And welcome to Friends Like Us. I'm Marina Franklin with
Evelyn Frick.
I didn't know. I look like a cartoon character. Which way
It
does she
worked.
go? Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Friends Like Us live stream that promotes the podcast. That's why we do this every Saturday. Sometimes we take off.
Yeah,
Summer is coming.
it
So,
is.
Evelyn, how have you been? What's going on? It has been
Actually,
a while.
it's been like 2 weeks. I've been good. This past week has been kind of busy, but like really, really nice busy. I was out of town this past weekend, and then I came back in. And then on Tuesday for work, I went to this premiere at Lincoln Center of this Nat Geo show that's coming out, which was really fun. And Sandra Oh was there, so she wasn't even in the show, but she was at the premiere, so I saw her, which was very fun. Um,
Sandra, why am I blanking? What you know what?
she was in Killing Eve and like Grey's Anatomy. Uh,
Oh, okay. Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
so it was really fun. The show is called A Small Light. It premieres I think on Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, it's just about like one of like the people who helped Anne Frank's family hide during the Holocaust. But yeah, it was really good. And then on Thursday, had some friends over for like a dinner party, which was really cute. And then, as you know, I love Jenny Slate. So tonight I'm going to see her special taping
Oh,
in Brooklyn.
wow.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
And where will that be?
It's at the Brooklyn Academy of Music.
Oh,
Um,
bam.
so I'm excited. It's such like a nice venue,
That is a
and
great venue.
it's really nice. And yeah, I'm excited. I haven't seen like or heard any like new stuff from her in a while, so I think
She's
it'll be
really
good.
nice too.
She's really
I
lovely.
found Jenny like when I worked with I think you were still working with me back then when did that show with her for that college. Like a
Oh,
long time ago, and I think that was in Boston or
I
something.
think that's right. Yeah.
Yes, yes, she was so nice. She was a really
Yeah,
nice
she's
person.
very down to earth, which is
Mhm.
really lovely. But yeah, so that'll be fun. It'll be a nice way to, brighten up this really rainy day.
Yes, I'm looking forward to hearing what you think too. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely. I have no idea what it'll
Yeah.
be about, which is like always exciting, I think, to see what new stuff comics have.
Yes, John Mulaney has a special out, everyone's talking about it.
Have you watched it?
I have not. I know John.
Yeah.
Um, it's funny because he worked on that right as well, first, I want to say thank you for all of you joining Russell Jones, Kathleen Bell, and Speedy Paint from North Africa. Whoa.
Wow.
Welcome,
Hello.
Algeria. And then and Joliet Russell. That's my cousin, actually.
Oh, cool.
Hello, Russell. And so he was working John Mulaney was working on that special right after the pandemic when things really started to open up. It was one of the first
Yeah.
shows I did.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, coming back at the City Winery.
Yeah.
And he was still a little like you felt like he was coming out of rehab whatever.
Yeah.
He was raw when he
Yeah.
was going over that material then. So, it'd be interesting to see how it's developed since.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. I haven't watched it as of yet either. I'm sure I'll watch it this weekend because like everyone is doing that right now and talking about it.
it's a
Yeah,
perfect weekend for watching
oh, for sure.
anything, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, yeah, so I'm definitely interested to see. Like, I think John Mulaney is like really interesting in that he has like so like all of his specials have gotten so much public attention and like everyone has seen them. So I think everyone will be able to see like any differences there are now that like he's doing better, hopefully. So yeah.
Oh, you missed my stand-ups, Marie. Oh. You know where you could see some of my newer stuff? You could go on Instagram. They're putting up clips of me from the Comedy Cellar.
I
There's
saw
one that's
that.
up recently that's doing quite well about being in Ireland. And anyway, you have to go. I don't know if you do Instagram, but I'll be posting more, and I'll probably post some more on YouTube also. I'm going to start working on a new special. My
Ooh,
goal is September, but ugh, you know,
wow. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
working on it. I'm trying. And it's going to be self-produced. No one is
That's
biting at the bit. But nowadays, this is how you're doing it. Mark Norman is a great example of someone who I believe he did his special. I think he may have been in talks with someone, but and Sam Morril is another one.
yeah.
And these are guys that Netflix was not giving specials to, and they just went out and found a way and was creative and put it out there, and people liked it. So,
Yeah, no, I think it's, like, self-producing, like, there's no, like you can do what you want and, like, make it what you want without any sort of, editing from, these big companies, so I think that's really cool.
yeah. Oh, Mike saw the special. He said, "I saw that special, the John Mulaney one. It was very good. Obviously, different subject matter, yes, than before, but he still has it." They were talking about him on The View about, how he had this image of being the nice boy, all American,
Yeah.
Irish. I guess he is Irish. I'm not
Yeah, he
sure.
is, yeah.
Yeah. Um, it's funny because when John came on the scene right away, I just knew people were gonna gravitate to him for
Yeah.
so many reasons. The obvious one, he's a white man, you
Yeah.
know, it's true. And also, like, he does have that cleanness about him, that fun, clean. It's kind of almost like Jim
Yeah.
Gaffigan-ish, maybe in the category
Yeah.
of, like, fun. But I remember, one of my first assistants, Shannon, who
Oh, yeah.
she told me she went to see John Mulaney live, and the reaction of the young ladies in the audience was insane. Like,
Yeah.
they were, like, screaming like he was like Elvis.
Yeah, yeah. I saw him live, like, in 2017, I wanna say, maybe 2018. Yeah, I don't definitely don't think he intended to kind of get this kind of following of, like, a lot of, like, young women, but somehow it just sort of happened.
Yes. Oh, they love him.
Mhm.
They were okay with that divorce.
They were.
They really were. I mean,
Yeah.
young girls, forget it. Like, if they like you, you are made in the shade.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, Aw, Tiago. Thank you. Marina's like CR7, the best comedian in the universe. One love from Portugal. Oh, como, uh, yeah. Como to Dubai? I think that's Portuguese. Como vai to Dubai? Um, yeah, yes. Speedy Pants, Speedy Paint. Speedy Pants is someone else, probably. But Speedy Paint, yes. You can go on Instagram. And also, if you didn't know, the special Single Black Female is available. You can check it out. I think it's on YouTube. If you're watching
Oh,
from
yeah.
there, I think you have to purchase it. And then on Amazon Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it for free because you already have Amazon. So it's there. You can also go to my website. I'll put my website in the chat just in case because I never know what people are following or how they watch things these days. I don't know. Do you have cable, Evelyn?
No, I don't.
So you never had cable?
No, I had cable growing up. Like, my parents still have cable, um, so I'll watch it occasionally
It's
when
always the parents that
Yeah.
can't let go of the cable.
Yeah, my parents still have cable, they still have a landline, but yeah, but now I don't, not because like, I just have so many streaming services that, like and even, like, if I wanna watch something live, for the most part, like, I can still find it somewhere online, so
It's so funny. I did that thing with Showtime. I felt so millennial
really.
where I had it free for 7 days and I streamed The Judge that whole
Oh,
7 days and then got rid of Showtime.
I do that all the
And I was
time.
like, "Oh, this feels very millennial."
For sure. The I think one real millennial thing is if you get it, um, to, like, the free trial, and then you, like, forget that you have the free trial, and so then you do have to pay for it for, like, a month.
Yeah, yeah. I think I may have forgotten one. I think there's one that's on because it hides sometimes when you buy the bundles, when you buy them within
Yeah,
like uh is it Apple TV or if you
yeah,
buy them on Amazon, sometimes it just hides there somewhere. And you got
yeah.
to really it's not until you do your taxes.
Yeah,
And then you're like, "What is this?"
I know.
How did that go for you,
True.
your taxes? It's been like a
I
couple of
know.
weeks
Is it
now.
okay? I actually this was the first year that I had a tax preparer do my taxes, and I'm never looking back. I just can't
Yeah, it's
do
hard.
it myself. It's yeah, like, I don't know why, like, the IRS knows how much money we owe them, like, just tell us. I don't know why
Right?
they make us go through this thing. Yeah, I was actually part of the reason I was out of town, like, a few weekends ago was because I was visiting my, parents, because the tax preparer that they use, I also use because 'cause they're based in Pennsylvania, but they do all the states. So yeah, I was visiting, and then, like, oh my god, I was behind in line in the office waiting to, like, sign, my return, and, like, the people in front of me owed, like, $10,000 in taxes, and it was hard to listen to.
That's
"Oh,
how much.
really?
I owe 12.
Oh my god."
It hurt.
That's insane
Well,
to
it was an
me.
estimate because she put off, an extension, so she made
Mm,
an estimate, so hopefully she's wrong and they send it back.
yeah. I don't understand
That's
why,
a lot.
like, well, it's because, like, they tax, like, whatever, self-employed people more, and I don't get it. Those are the people who need the money most, I would think.
That's why we try to write off everything.
Yeah,
Everything. Like, I went to the gym today and I was like, "Listen, I asked you to put this on my corporate account and you
yeah,
haven't yet, my business account,
yeah.
and, I gotta write this off."
Yeah.
By the end of the year, it's like crazy. But I love going through the worksheet. They give you a worksheet when you
Yeah,
have like an LLC or an S corp. They give you
yeah.
a worksheet where you go through and you just like if you're an entertainer, you can write off like your hair,
Yeah,
facials, eye waxing, your apartment, your rent
yeah.
because this is where I do look, I'm working.
Yeah, yeah.
Proof.
I
I'm
know my
working.
tax preparer, like, because, like, I made some money, like, working with you, they're like, "Is there anything you wanna, like, write off?" And, like, I wasn't, like, this was, like,
Mhm.
April 17th, and so I, like, was like, "I can't think of anything, it's fine." But for next year, I definitely will be.
Yeah, write that stuff off,
Yeah,
because it's like, I don't even think I think I forgot some things too. I was, like, rushing,
yeah,
but, like hotels, rental car,
yeah,
gasoline, whatever. All
yeah,
that stuff matters, and so it's like, this chair I'm sitting on,
yeah.
Herman Miller,
Ooh.
very good chair. This is the most it's hard not to sit in this chair. This is the most comfortable but expensive this chair. I know I'm bragging now, right? But I did it during the pandemic, so don't judge me. I got that like the government money, whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was this chair is $700.
Oh,
Herman
wow.
Miller chairs run up to like 2 grand.
That's
So I actually
wild.
did pretty good.
That's pretty good. I think I need because I work from home, like, I definitely need to get some sort of office chair.
Lori Summer. Oh my goodness. Hello, Lori. How are you? I called her while I was on my vacation. It's so good to
Oh.
see you here. Have you seen I can't wait for us to go dancing again. That's my dancing buddy.
Oh, wow, that's so exciting.
Yeah, I miss her so much. Oh, hello, Hot Tim. Hot Tim. Remember Hot Tim who helped you
I
with
do.
the online shows? I've been cleaning up my Instagram, right? I've been
Oh,
deleting
yeah,
some
yeah.
things and I was looking at some of the posts we made during the pandemic, man. We did some stuff. Those live shows?
That was really fun. That was, like and then we got a great, like, such a huge audience for those. It was awesome.
It was neat. It was needed.
It was, yeah.
Um let's see, cable mostly live for live sports. I haven't been reading. Sorry, guys. Laughed my ass off. Ha 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 ha. You should do a bit about American taxes. They are hilarious for the rest of the world. Like having you calculate everything. It's like an exam you have to pass all your life. Yeah, it's crazy. And people do procrastinate, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny because I had this week on the podcast, I had the one that's out currently right now, which is why I do this. Just a reminder, and then we'll bring on the man. Okay. But the reason I do this is to promote the podcast. But the current episode right now is probably one of my favorite. I mean, they're all like the past month has been a phenomenal month. If you just want to listen to people who are really good at what they do and are like amazing women. And this week is no exception. I have a young lady on who is talking about um, she's a caregiver, she's a nurse. She's the first seated nurse in New York City, really. And she
Mm.
advocates for others who are, with disabilities.
Yeah.
And I'll show you a post of that. But she's unbelievable. And she brought to the podcast something that I never really thought about is in acting, how they're not really represented in
Yeah.
film. And when they are represented in film, they are hidden.
Yeah.
Like those like I guess all of those crime
Right.
shows,
Yeah.
they're usually like in the morgue.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And those sci-fi films, they're like they go down to the scientist and he rolls over.
Right. Exactly.
So it was interesting because I've never heard that perspective before because, but the thing is like Americans or in general, the public, most of them will at some point in their lives become disabled in some form.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
you think about when you ride the subway, do you ever think like, how is someone to get up and down these stairs?
Yeah. It's impossible.
I mean, New York City has so many lawsuits because of this, the curb cuts,
Yeah.
things I never think about because I'm just standing, I'm walking around, and I do think about it when I have to. I don't know if you've ever done this. I've helped mothers out coming
Yeah.
upstairs with strollers
Oh my
because
God.
there's
Yeah.
no elevator access at the station.
I know. Yeah. Like half the time when a station actually does have an elevator, it's like out and not working. It's so awful. Yeah, I definitely helped people with like strollers and stuff before. And the worst is when you see someone like who like no one has yet helped is like trying to do it themselves. It's so awful.
I saw a father with a stroller and a young child trying to get into the turnstile and having to decide because he had a baby in the stroller and he had a young like
Oh
a,
my
a
God.
5-year-old. He has to decide
Yeah.
between leaving that child so he can open the gate.
Yeah.
So thank God I was there because I was like, come on, bro. Come on. Anyway, let's let the man, the myth, not a legend,
Yeah.
David Juskow, everyone. How you doing?
Okay.
Just okay? With nothing exciting?
No.
All right. Well, so anyway, where were we, Evelyn? What were we talking about? Oh, I see. Lori says, and elevators and escalators are always broken down. Yes, they are always broken down. They are. Okay, let's see if he has a better attitude this time when we bring him on. I can see you. Motherfucker.
Sorry.
David Juskow. Woo! How we doing? What's going on? Oh, how we doing?
I'm not having a great day.
No one is. It's raining outside. This is the weather for depression.
My camera's weird too. It needs to go down.
No, it's fine. We don't need to see you more clearer than this.
Is that better?
No. Now you're
It's
giving
better
us
to see
full
more of
body.
your head. Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't need more.
Sorry.
So what's going? Let's take a moment, everyone, and find out what's going on with David Juskow.
Oh, I don't even know. I mean, I don't have any reason.
Well, the weather
I'm
is
sure it has something to do with
definitely
that.
doesn't help. I mean, it's been raining, but we need the rain.
It's true.
And I just didn't sleep at all last night because I think I slept like 16 hours the day before. So I just didn't get any sleep last night.
That makes us sleep well
Oh, that'll
tonight.
do it.
No, I won't because I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
It's sunny in Sweden.
Oh, I'm jealous.
You know what's weird? Hey, Marina, you know that place, that bar I hang out in,
Yes.
where you come to visit me sometimes? The owner died last night.
Oh, that would
Like,
make me sad. Oh
well,
my
it's not making me
God.
sad. I didn't like her very much. It's just weird. It's just weird. I just saw it on Instagram, and then I confirmed it with one of my, the bartenders there, and it's just so weird. I think she died of cancer. I didn't even know she had cancer.
So is everyone at the bar? Are they okay?
I don't think anybody liked her, so I think everybody's okay, but it's just weird. It's just weird. It just happened overnight. She was very young, or she seemed
Oh my
young.
God.
So did she know, and did she have someone replace it? Is the bar going to stay?
Yes, because the main, she owned it with another guy, this guy Vincenzo, who is totally, it's his bar.
Okay.
And they owned it, I think, as partnership for a while. Maybe they were together. They might have been married. And
Yeah.
then, she just worked there, so she did the books. So I don't, it's not going to be an issue. I would die if that bar left. You know how
Listen
much
to
I
you.
like.
You're like, someone actually did die.
Right, but I need that bar to stay open. That's the most
Oh
important
my
thing.
God.
You know how I care about that bar. That bar that's like my happy place.
Look, how can he just be okay? He has an arcade station.
I know, right? And I still haven't built up that other one. God damn it.
That could be a project for today.
No, I gotta work and do overtime work. It's just, that's all. It's just my regular job is pissing me off
Oh, is it?
a little bit.
Oh, you don't want to work.
It's not that. I don't mind working, of course, but and I like my job, but it's a little too much today.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you, this is the weather.
Well, it's last week I'm working 12 hours on Saturday and Sunday, and then this week too, and it just kind of takes its toll, I guess. No, there's not that much to do. It's just
Tedious.
yeah. So
Just like
I'm
being
glad,
on call.
yeah,
Is always like
exactly,
a
and I'm glad
lot.
it's raining because that's making me feel a little better. Because I had plans today, after work, and I had to cancel them. They weren't great plans, but it was good to see somebody. I went to Molly Heckerling's house yesterday, with her mother. That was exciting.
Wow.
I got
Wait,
to,
in New York? They have
yeah,
they have few homes.
I guess, but this is one that she owns the building and everything, and
Ooh.
why shouldn't she? She's been making movies for 40, almost 50 years.
Not to interrupt, but I'm going to interrupt just for a second because you reminded me of a very important person who owns a building who just passed, Harry Belafonte.
Yeah.
One of the most, legends, civil rights actor. Watched him when I was young in oh God, I'm forgetting the movie right now. Karen, not Karen. That would be funny. There was a movie called Karen back in the day. But Harry Belafonte bought a building on the west side, or tried to get an apartment. They would not give it to him because he was black.
Mm-hmm.
He sent his rep to get the apartment when they found out he's black, still wouldn't give it to him. So he bought the building. I love that.
Story.
Isn't that great?
It is great. And I think it's like such a testament to like how important he was that like as soon as like he passed away, like I got a bunch of news alerts, and I've been reading all these like really lovely like obituaries for him over the last week.
No, he's big deal. Big deal.
Yeah.
All right. Also Speedy Paint. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us. I haven't seen you on here, so I really appreciate you for joining us. And please come back. We do this every Saturday. Sometimes we do take off. All right, continue, Juskow. You were at her home.
Is it Harry Belafonte? Is he the one that does the song from Beetlejuice? Is that him?
Deo.
Right.
Well,
Wow.
yes. Daylight coming.
Been around for so long. I think he also does some Jewish songs too.
Yeah, he did have an Nagila
Right.
and a few other one because he's like on his dad's side, the descendant of like Sephardic Jews.
What's
Oh,
the other one?
really?
I've seen him do it at Carnegie Hall, and I can't think of it
Oh
now.
gosh, I can't remember. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But then also one of his, I think his second wife was Jewish, and so a few of his kids are Jewish too.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. I
Yeah,
didn't
and
really
his
know much of
daughter. I
what he
haven't
did.
seen her. I thought she would have been in
Sherry
more.
Belafonte, right?
Sherry
Was that
Belafonte,
right?
yeah.
She was an actress or something, right? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's right. That's
And
right.
he said he didn't really plan on being an actor. So I saw him with Dorothy Dandridge in Eric Prince. I know you're on here and you're such an encyclopedia. So oh yeah, the film with Dorothy Dandridge changed my life. Carmen.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And I loved Kathleen. I loved Dorothy. I'm about to say Kathleen Battle. I
Carmen
loved Dorothy
Jones.
Dandridge in Carmen Jones. It was
What's it about?
it's been done over and over again, but it's about a woman who is like kind of promiscuous, and like Harry Belafonte's character is so in love with her, and she's just like whatever. And you have Pearl Bailey in there, and you have Max Roach, who I know his wife. She's been on the podcast. You know, Janice Adams, that's his wife.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You know, the beating of dun, 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 beating of
Mhm.
the drum, dun, dun. So it's just so many legends in that movie in Carmen Jones, and it changed my life. It made me want to do theater. It made me want to sleep with many men. I'm not even joking, actually, because she wasn't like a hoe, but she was kind of like a hoe in it. And it
Yeah.
was like fun to watch. And she was so pretty. And I was like, who is this? And I was seeing it while I was in college, when I was in University of Illinois. And I was like, why have I never seen this? And then I bought her book,
Oh wow.
Dorothy Dandridge's life story. And then I wrote a joke based on after reading that book.
Oh wow.
Yeah, TV. Yeah, it was sad the passing of Harry Belafonte. Because I always think about him as one of the last of like Martin Luther King, you know, that era of really strong progressive leaders who were really about it, really about that work. Not like
Yeah.
just because they weren't celebrities and now posing. They were
Right.
they were that, and then they became actors. So anyway.
Didn't he do some awful movie with John Travolta, and they switched parts in the sense that Harry Belafonte was playing the white person and John Travolta was playing the black? Like it's in my head that I remember seeing The Coming Attractions, and I think people hated it, and I don't remember what it was called, but they switched roles.
Oh, White Man's Burden.
Oh, is that what it was called? White Man's Burden? I
Yeah, I
guess.
mean that's a movie with Harry Belafonte and John Travolta.
Yeah, I think it was awful. I just remember The Coming Attractions in it, and I was surprised because I don't remember seeing Harry Belafonte in any other movie. And I think maybe he had even retired, and they called him out of retirement for that. 1995, right? That'd be about right.
Mm.
Travolta made some it just looked bad because the premise was interesting, and then it just looked so poorly
Done.
Yeah, that
Executed.
I don't think anybody saw it. I don't know what it did,
Huh.
or like financially.
By the way, my friend Smitty, and Smitty, don't think I don't know if you're still here, Smitty. You're not on the list, but you could get back on the list very easily, and you know what I mean. But he wants to know where your bar is, but you don't want to tell us.
Well, it's by the cellar, and it's in the West Village.
Okay, I'll tell you later, Smitty.
Remember,
you know.
nobody's allowed in there without me. From the cellar.
Oh, look, yeah, White Man's Burden, Juskow from 1995.
Yeah. Yeah, it's etched in my mind. Maybe I saw The Coming Attractions when I saw Clueless. I don't know. The years add up.
You know what's really? They want to go to drink with you at the bar. Sujay wants to go with you.
Oh, that'd be okay. You can always drink with me at the bar.
Sujay's been on here a lot, so you know Sujay.
Well, if you say everybody's okay, then I'm okay with it.
Sujay's fine.
You just said somebody else has to be let back in, so that
Oh well, Smitty be acting up.
Well, I don't want somebody like that at the bar.
TB says the show that you're referring to It was about racism set in an alternative America where the social and economic positions of Black people and white people are
Right,
reversed.
right,
Ooh,
right,
not a
right.
bad
John Travolta
idea.
was poor and destitute, and Harry Belafonte was like, so the problem with the white man is that they just don't do work and they're lazy. Yeah, I remember him saying that. It was like really odd. And like I said, if I saw that at the Coming Attractions when I was there to see Clueless, I was not in the mood for that particular.
Yeah, it's not the
you know.
not the matching.
No.
No,
I
they
was
do that
raised
a lot. They don't seem to get what movie you're there to see when they have the Coming Attractions, and you're like, you guys got it all wrong.
I love because don't tell me anything about Succession. I don't know if you watch it, but I've been obsessed with watching it. And I never thought I would be because something about watching like very wealthy white Republicans
Yeah.
and like something about that. I couldn't do it for a while. But now I'm watching it. The writing is too good and to pass up. Like I said, what did I say? Superior, which was like not the right
That was
word.
funny.
It's like it's superior writing for those white folks. Ugh, I hate myself sometimes. But this is the thing, right? After watching Succession, on HBO, I get recommendations. If you like this, you will also like these other white movies. It was a whole stream of just
That's
like,
funny.
and this white movie, and this white movie, and this white movie. I'm like, no. I just like I'm
It's just
watching
this
this.
one.
Yeah, like it was just interesting. It just kept going. I was like, here's all the other white shows you could watch. Sujay wants to know, am I watching Kindred? I did finish Kindred. I did watch it. Did you watch that, Evelyn?
I haven't. Is that like on Apple TV?
FX.
FX. Okay. Yeah.
If that's what you're talking about, Kindred. Yeah, I watched it on FX, and I wonder if you're talking about Caroline Moore, Sujay. I know Caroline Moore works on that show. She's a very talented writer who I worked with, but I loved it. They canceled it.
Oh, so many really good shows have been canceled in the last 2 years, and it's just really frustrating.
The streaming battles.
Yeah, because companies like Netflix or like HBO, whatever, like they cancel all these shows that like feature like creatives of color and like actors, and it's really frustrating because then they cancel it after like one season, and it's like, well, like it doesn't perform well, like audiences don't want, but like we're only just reinforcing the cycle of like white people expecting to see shows about white people by canceling.
Oh,
other
nothing
shows.
has changed. Everything was slightly like diversity talk, but it's all the pendulum has swung back.
Yeah.
Thank God, right? I mean, that was getting really annoying for TV.
Shut your mouth.
I just watched a movie last night, which was extremely interesting, but talk about white people. There wasn't one black person in the movie. It's called Tetris.
Yeah, I watched
I've
it.
heard of it.
Oh, you watched it? It was kind of fun, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, mostly because I think I'm enjoying these shows more because I'm watching the stock market so closely. So I have a new like weird obsession with how companies, become private,
Yeah.
become successful, how
Sure
they
was,
make these
you know.
deals. Yeah.
I think if he wasn't married to a Japanese woman, I don't think you could have made that movie otherwise. I mean, there's no diversity. I mean,
No.
I
Well,
know
the
it takes place in
Succession got in
another
trouble
time.
for that too, I think, for a while,
What are
right?
you gonna do? I mean,
Oh,
it's,
did it? I mean,
what are
that
you gonna
doesn't
do if a movie
surprise
takes
me.
place in the 80s? Are you gonna add a Russian black person in? I mean,
Well, black people exist.
Yeah.
did they back then? I'm not so
I
sure.
would say yes.
Like I said, I've only
I
known
would
them
say
from comedy.
I would say that the way that you use them has to be real though. Like,
Yeah.
like Goldman Sachs. I mean, all these firms are very racist. I mean,
Yeah.
Sure,
when
they
you
still
watch,
are.
yeah, and you
And
watch
I use my old
Succession.
firm that I left in 2019. I mean, they could say they were trying to be diverse, but everything they were doing would say the opposite. They're just going with what they were told to do. It was completely unacceptable.
Which
Yeah.
is like most companies.
And if I notice it, that means something's wrong. Because I
Well,
don't even think about that, right? So
and you noticed it, huh?
totally.
What
It
was
was
what?
like,
Can
oh,
you
they're
give an
just
example of something?
Well, they just
That
kept
won't get you sued or
using the
anything?
word. I couldn't care less. They used the word diversity just again and again, but then did nothing about it. It was almost as if they were trying to go paperless, but did nothing about it. It was the
Mm.
exact same situation. They could talk about it 100 times, but they weren't going to do anything about it. And I guarantee it's still the same way.
It was just a
It's not that
talking
there
point.
are there's I think there's one black attorney at my new office that I'm friendly with, and I just don't know a lot of black attorneys. I guess I'm not saying it's not a thing. Remember I told you that story where I it's in my head as if it was like the screening of White Man's Burden. Like I'm like, wait, was that a real movie or did I dream that? Like when I worked at an all black law firm in the 80s, as a secretary, and they were so wonderful. But I'm like, what, did that even exist? Is that in my mind? And the only time, like I said, I ever saw a business like that was in the movie Boomerang, from Eddie Murphy. And
Mhm.
it was so weird. I'm like, where did that black firm go? I've never heard of like an all black law firm ever again. I don't know where it was. I'm hoping it wasn't in the World Trade Center. And
Mm.
it's just so weird. I know it existed. I'm sure it was in my mind, unless we were getting so older. Some things could be dreams I had. And I was probably there for like a month or two, but it
Well,
it
that's
seems
why
like a
I
blip.
always obviously they do exist, but you haven't you didn't grow up surrounded by, so why would you, right? I
But
mean, I
why
am your
wouldn't that
only
be
access.
news
I am
in the
probably your
80s?
only access to the black world. It's a heavy
Well, that's
responsibility.
true. That's true. When I was thinking about the people I have on the show on May 15th in the cellar, I'm like,
Mhm.
geez, if I didn't have you, I think it's all white men.
Oh, it's been like that lately.
I don't want it to be that way. I'm
Not
trying.
not 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 just your show.
I
I'm
know,
just
I
saying
know.
like
It's
lately.
going back to the way it was. Right, right. I asked Yamanika to do it. She wasn't around. Not because I needed her to do it, but it had nothing to do with her being black. But I can't deny that I still need one or two other people. And I am thinking, I'm like, geez, I do have a lot of white people on the show. And I don't want Marina to
That's
be
just who
the
you know.
only. I should know more new people, I guess, at the
You
cellar,
have to
but
work
that'll
harder.
that'll come with time. I am going to work harder at it. I swear.
You
I
gotta
don't
get
want
out
to.
there. You wanna go
Yeah.
dancing? It's and I know black people who don't hang around, who grew up mostly around black people, and when they're around white people, it's terrifying for them.
Yeah. Well, Atella told me that a lot of them, they have like a black set, like they made their own table at the cellar
It does
sometimes.
seem very divided
Yeah.
overall, like, look, like, the comedy scene, all of the stuff that has happened over the years has really divided the comedy scene. The comedy scene at Patrice O'Neill's funeral was a true,
The
visual of
funeral or the 10-year one
the
they just had,
funeral.
the actual funeral.
No, the actual funeral, I remember the preacher saying that he was looking over the crowd and saying, "What a motley crew this is." I'll never
But
forget that.
but they were
A
diverse,
It was
like
very
in
diverse.
very
You had
diverse. Yeah.
black, you had white, you had everything, and you had all different people with all different views in the same room because at that time, that comedy scene was filled with people who were we did not have the same opinions at all, but we all loved each other.
Yeah.
I still have people who say, "I don't know how you hang out with this person," or "I don't know how you hang out with that person." And I was like, it just never was something that I was like. I was never like, I never hung out with only like-minded people. But after the pandemic, it became important to know who those people were, and I
Yeah.
did attach myself. And so we became very tribal. That affected the comedy scene. And I do
Oh, I guess she took off. So Evelyn, what are you doing? What's
Tribals
up?
are
You
very
doing good? Or Marina, you froze.
I'm
That's all.
good.
freeze.
Yeah.
Really?
No, you're good
Yeah,
now.
Oh,
you're
weird.
back.
Okay. It's always when I'm talking like that.
And it's always when
Uh,
you're making a really good point.
I did it on purpose.
It is always when I'm making a good point. Like when I'm really passionate,
I'm
it's
sure
like,
it's just a
Yeah.
coincidence.
no, I don't. You see?
Meanwhile, I can answer Hectek's question. Maria usually hangs out with mostly white people her life because of where she grew up too.
No, I have um well no, I have a lot of I have my best friend is Puerto Rican. Kind of horrible. Jesus Christ.
You're a strange black person. You
I have a lot of black friends though.
you were the token black girl in your school, right? At
Yeah, I
least
was, but
early or
I in
before you
high
moved.
school I have my whole girl group. All of them were black.
Well,
The ones
before
I
you
went on the
moved, right? There's
girls
a
trip.
period of the early years you were only because we know the story with Jill. Uh, you were the black
I was,
girl.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I do have like Keith Robinson recently called me the queen of the white woman. Like I'm a head, like I'm in charge of helping a lot of white women out. He's like he just put it together. He goes, "You always got these these crazy white women around you." And I was like, yeah, I think part of it is I don't have an issue with being friends with white people where I do have black
True, you
friends.
don't. Wait,
I have black friends who do.
you know that you
Mhm.
mentioned it with Keith, of course, and he's militant, which is kind of awesome about him. But like when he was in the hospital, there were a lot of black people there. Uh, he does have much more black friends probably than you do. When we were at your hospital, I don't think there was one. Maybe Isis. Is she black? I don't even know.
Yeah, well, she's black Puerto Rican.
Yeah, they were
And
Puerto Rican.
Terry was there.
Was she black?
Yeah, Terry's black.
Terry was the old Lois, wasn't she? Now you've replaced her with Lois. When you replace Lois, definitely give me a call. I
Uh,
think I have somebody that might be perfect for you.
yeah, Terry was there. And then also Chewy. Chewy is Asian.
Right, Asian. No, right. No, I know. I'm saying I'm still making my point, I think.
I have a diverse group.
Jenny Saldana is Puerto Rican, right? Or
Lori's like, do I count as your white friend? Yes, Lori,
yeah,
you do.
yeah, she's
But you know
definitely
what?
white.
Not really. I mean, Lori's like, I don't think of Lori as white because we go dancing. We always, I don't know why. I don't think
Well,
she's
she's a dancer
Italian.
though. But wasn't she a dancer, like a professional dancer?
She's an amazing dancer. Yes.
But you're like
But
you're a dancer. You like dancing. She was a
I like to.
professional
Yeah, she's a
dancer, no?
professional. Yeah, amazing dancer. I don't know. I have. Remember my girls' trip? But we're not talking anymore.
Yeah, now you hate them.
But
One of
those
my
are
favorite stories.
I mean, I think it's just
They're-
like I think this just goes like the entertainment industry like is just so white, and like because you're working all the time, like you're just around a bunch of other white people who
Well, it's
who don't work
comedy,
as hard as you because it's easier for them
but it's
because they're
definitely
white.
comedy too, I think, because that's, how I know more black people than I probably would. It's a fact. And that's probably why, well, for you, I guess, like I said, where you grew up was probably different, but comedy is definitely the only time I've ever, I know more
I have
black
me say
people.
he's my only black friend. Listen, I have several. Okay,
And you're mad at him.
Pat. Yeah, I put him on the list every now and then. Lori said Marina's amazing dancer. We'll bring Dave to Soul Summit this year. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll
We
be the
did
You
most
won't
we
know
black.
did
how
a
to
good
act.
dance together at the cellar. We were a good team.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was
I
fun.
I have that girls trip. Those were my best friends in high school. So in high school, I had my best friends were all black. Yeah, I mean, there were some white ones,
But you had moved, right? You moved from where you actually grew. You moved in high
Mhm.
school. Was that what it was? Right. So then,
yeah. I moved from Highland Park, Illinois, to the south side of Chicago, which was mostly black, which was a shock for me because I was 9. And I was so excited because I was around people who looked like me, but then they were mad at me because I talked like a white girl. So I was confused. I didn't understand. And then, now I look back and I go, I completely understand. That must have been terrifying for those kids to see someone that looked like them talking like this, and so That's what was weird. And then we moved to the south suburbs of Chicago, which was a utopia of multiracial. It was my high school was the most diverse high school, and it was written up in the Chicago Sun-Times as the utopia of interracial
Wow.
relationships. My high school was like that. And my friends in high school were it started off they were white, and then I got my friends who I went to the girls trip with, they took me in. They were like, "Look at this one here." And they just took me in, and we became great friends, and we had so much fun, and it was so yeah. And then college, of course, University of Illinois, all my friends were black there. My best friends, Stephanie, and I got a lot of best friends. And so yeah, no, I got black friends. What you got me going through here? I had to think about it though. Because I have like even in junior high school, I used to get in trouble for hanging out with white girls. They used to call me an Oreo cookie back
Oh
in the day.
God.
They go, "She an
Well,
Oreo."
Keith gets mad at you for that all the time. I think that it plays with your head sometimes.
Well, yeah, because I used to get in junior high school, which was not diverse, and it had two shifts, and one was like, I think, poorer than the shift I was on. So I used to hang out with white girls there. I was the black friend there for sure. And that was back when they feathered their hair, and I used to try to feather my fro. It was crazy. Um, and so I used to be called an Oreo cookie and all this. And I was like, why? Because I have these friends. I don't get it. They're just my friends. But I got labeled a lot.
What do you mean shift?
They had two shifts in school, so they had like too many kids in the school, so they had to break it down
I think that maybe
into.
it's a Chicago thing because my dad also had that
Really?
when he was
So
in high
would you
school.
go from like 8 to noon and then another shift went
No, it's
from
just they just went they were on a whole different side of the school. They were just we never interacted really
oh,
with them. They
it's
were
that big a school
It
like
was
that
that
you
big,
could
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Well,
But
we
it was like,
definitely
yeah,
have
it was
to
like, I
do
think
that.
with my dad, it was like, yeah, some kids started a little bit earlier and then others like started later, but then went later.
Mm.
Smitty, don't get on the list because you're trying to come for Lori. Okay, don't do it. Lori can outdance you too. Smitty's a house head too, Lori, just so you know. Um, every Wednesday now they have at the Virgin's Hotel. Every Wednesday have a little dance night. So I go there and I go
Cute.
dancing. So Lori, if you gotta check it out, it's with the um Soul in the Hole or something like that. I forget what they call themselves. She's a female DJ. She's good.
Awesome.
She's a crate digger.
What does
That
that
sounds
mean?
offensive.
It sure does. Sounds like you just said really something bad about black people. I don't know.
She's a crate digger. Um, Natasha Diggs is her
What
name.
is that
And
about
what
gay people?
happens is if you know records, like really like
Oh,
DJ
yeah.
Eric Prince is a crate digger. He knows albums, he knows records, he can pull them out.
Oh, a crate. Okay.
That makes
Wow.
Mhm.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they go deep cuts.
Yeah,
A
back in the day when they did that. I don't know if I
crate
don't know what you
digger.
call it now.
How dare you speak to me like that?
I think it's all
Lori,
digital
the
now, like
live
YouTube.
is the live still going? Lori said it ended suddenly. Am I still here? I'm still here, right?
Well, we see you.
Yeah, it still says we're
And it still
still.
says live 48 minutes. So doesn't seem like
Oh, it
anything
must be her
stopped.
Wi-Fi. So,
Maybe her Wi-Fi caused your Wi-Fi to.
today is Independent Bookstore Day.
It
It
sure
is.
is.
It is. Yeah, I heard there's like a new independent bookstore that's going to pop up near me in Flatbush, which I'm really excited about.
Ooh. I haven't been
Yeah.
to a bookstore in so long.
I've been going to Barnes and Noble, which is the exact opposite of an independent bookstore, but I love going in there, and I've been reading more, so it's exciting.
It's
I know
really
it's not.
lovely.
I like reading new books, so sorry, I feel bad.
I
But I'm
love
reading that sequel to The Housemaid now. Sorry.
there's this independent bookstore on the Lower East Side called Sweet Pickle Books, where
Oh,
it's like all it's a used bookstore, but then also they like make and sell pickles. and they're really, really good pickles.
Mm.
So I'd love to go there. But yeah, there's just something like really like calming to me about like being in any bookstore, but especially independent bookstores.
That sounds nice.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, that sounds
Well,
lovely.
I always want to go in like Hannah and her sisters. I want to buy you this. E. Cummings, page 135. It reminded me of you. Remember, they're
Oh
in the
my
bookstore all day.
God.
That's a pretty good impression.
Oh, don't encourage him.
Shut up. Sam Morrell
Oh.
loves that invitation. Don't forget, E. Cummings, page 135.
Speaking of Sam Morril or comedy, I had the worst set last night ever.
I heard he just texted me and told me that.
Wait, why did Sam Morril make you think of that?
Oh, because his audience, whenever he's on the show, I can feel they're waiting for him.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know if it's my imagination, but when it's an all-star lineup and Sam Morril's on the show, I could feel I look at the audience and there's like little Sam Morril heads. They
so
all look
funny.
like Sam Morril.
That's, I think, accurate. Yeah, I think like because he's such like an online comic. Like I see his like clips like on like Instagram and TikTok all the time. Like I think people this is just like a very big generalization, but like my thought is I think a lot of his fans are like specifically like his fans are not like comedy fans generally.
That's interesting.
So like when they go to shows, like they're just looking to see him. They're not really like there to see everybody.
He was on the Jumbotron at the Knicks game the other night. I was very impressed.
Oh, he was very happy about what's going on with the Knicks. How are
I
you
know.
feeling?
I just texted him because he's friends with the guy on Miami and he's upset because he hates Miami.
Oh, did they do anything recently?
No, it starts tomorrow.
Oh.
The Knicks are playing Miami. It's like it's unbelievable because the Knicks have home court advantage because Miami took down the number 1 seed. So it's insane. It's going to be crazy. Tonight at the Garden is the Rangers Devils.
I
Hoping the Devils will
know.
clinch.
Exciting.
I'm trying to show you guys. I'm going to share with you. Hold on.
We're the Devils.
Are you reading for the
suck
Devils?
at this
Yes,
stuff.
very much so.
Window.
And I have no other friends that do that. And so it's really annoying. So as soon as they win tonight, thank you, HeckTech, I'm going to write all the people that told me that the Rangers were going to win when they were up 2-0 to fuck off. And it's going to be awesome.
I don't
Epic
have a
collapse
huge
if they lose tonight.
I don't have a huge preference between the two, but I do really like the Hughes brothers. So
Right? They're so attractive. Oh my God.
Well,
Jack
they're
Hughes is
Jewish.
amazing. They are?
Yeah, their mom is Jewish.
Shut up. I didn't know that. Oh, that is exciting. Well,
Yeah,
now,
their
I was
mom
all in
is
anyway, but
her name is Ellen Weinberg. She played
Oh.
for Team USA, like ice hockey in like 1998.
No way. Cool. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I just know he's gorgeous and he's like 19. They got him when he was 18.
Yeah, well, they get them when they're really young.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds freaky.
It is. It is.
Well, they're really they're playing great. And the Rangers won the first 2, so everybody thought it was over. And now the Devils have won the last 3. And if they clinch tonight, it's gonna be classic.
I am going to show you all some views from my vacation.
Where were you dancing today or Friday? Where were you dancing?
I was in Long Island, Southold, Long Island, Norfolk area. Do you see the picture?
It's gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It's so relaxing.
So that's the view that I had. Like this is by the lighthouse. You got to take trips, every now and then. It's super important.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Hold on. I don't know. Oh, no, sorry. Oh my God, I'm showing you my oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry.
You're dumb.
I was trying to show a video from like what Lois took of me, like because they had like farmers markets and stuff like that.
Wow.
And it's off season, so you have to go kind of randomly and see who's open and who's not open. And there was very few that were open. So, but this is the thing: they put out their food. They put out like flowers, plants, hot
Mm.
sauce, jams, butters, candles. No one's there to sell it to you.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just a trust system.
What the hell are you
Wow.
talking about? So there's no black people. So thank you. I'm ready. Take me off.
At least you knew it. No, I want you to sit. I want them to know this is the face that said that bullshit. But no, it's like they have a little jar there or a can with like, like that looks like where you put money in,
Yeah.
and you just put however much you think. It
Oh,
says the
wow.
price and you just put it in the can and then you go. It's a trust system.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm imagining these farms always have stuff that they need to get rid of, and instead of just throwing it away,
That is, yeah.
hitting Dave with wet
Yeah, I
noodles.
saw
Yes.
that. I'm right.
So yeah, it was really lovely going there, and of course my friend Lois, I don't realize, I think she doesn't cook like I do. Like I made this huge salad that she enjoyed, which
Mhm.
shocked me because her diet consists of chocolate, oatmeal,
Really?
yogurt,
How'd she stay so thin?
potato. Listen. Rachel and I have talked about
Probably
this. We're like,
stressed.
this is fascinating. How does she? But she's always moving, so that's one.
It also
Yeah.
has to be genetic at that point.
Well, it's dark chocolate,
Oh.
but maybe it
healthier.
is. I don't know. But I just made like you can get all this produce. It was
Oh.
the farmers market of all farmers market. I went to the cash register. The lady was behind the counter. I told her, I said, yeah, my friend is looking at this green stuff. It's kind of like Juskow when I took you to the farmers market. You didn't even know what half those vegetables were.
Nope.
You look confused.
Yeah, I was. I don't understand vegetables in any way. I don't really eat them. I'm having a salad tonight for dinner. I'm very excited about it, but I'm going to smother it with dressing.
What kind of dressing?
I think it's a creamy French with bacon. So totally defeats the purpose of the salad.
Yes.
But I love it. It's the only way I can get food down, salad wise. And
Well,
last Friday I went out with Artie Lang's sister and we had a wedge salad. The really bad one, that no nutritional value.
nothing.
What is it? The butter lettuce and then the blue cheese and the bacon
Oh my
bits.
God.
Yeah,
And
nothing.
for her to eat, I mean, she is perfectly fit. She looks amazing, and she wanted it. So I was
Every
thrilled.
now and then you gotta have, treat yourself.
Yeah.
Well, she's like Russ Maneve, like I don't know whether she does it anymore, but she was doing the intermittent fasting.
Russ does that. Russ
Oh
doesn't
my
do
God.
intermittent.
Russ does it like he'll not eat for 7 days and then eat.
Oh my
It's
God.
insane. No, maybe not 7, but he does 4. He'll
He goes
go
a lot of
4.
days.
That can't be healthy.
And he'll drink too. He doesn't do that much anymore, but he would have like, scotch and coffee and water, but no food.
Oh my God.
And not eat for 4 goddamn days. He'll go to the gym. I don't even know how you can do anything if you haven't eaten. And that's why I get nervous about Ramadan sometimes, because I don't know how people function at an office from not eating or drinking for a month. That's got to be tough.
It seems really hard.
Well, they do eat at a certain time though,
Well,
right?
When the sun goes
they
down.
They eat it when the sun goes down and before the sun comes up. So basically, especially in the summertime, which is insane, let's just say the last time they eat is 6 a.m, as an example. They can't eat until 7 p.m.
Oh, this is what Sujay
or
is saying.
water, and that's tough to have a regular job if you're doing numbers, and concentrating.
Well, look what Sujay is saying. You start burning ketones, which gives you energy on long fasts. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Either.
Oh, thank you, Lori.
My dad used to fast for months, for a whole month. My dad would not eat, but he would drink.
He would drink alcohol?
Oh, yeah. It was hilarious because we were like, please eat, because we need you to sober up.
I guess that's funny with alcoholics. They don't eat. I always get kind of hungry after drinking, but when I think of just a stupid example, when I see the movie Arthur, he never drank. He's never eating in the movie.
He's just
only
drinking.
drinking. In fact, I've always wanted to do this, and I have done it before. He puts his glass on his plate while his date is eating, her fish. He just has his glass on his plate. That's his meal. And then he goes to her, do you want another fish? Because he's not eating. I like sitting with the scotch glass on your plate. It's very
that's like leaving Las Vegas. That was a hard movie to watch.
He never eats. Right. Nicholas Cage.
He's just chewing on ice with alcohol on it.
It's fascinating, right? It's weird that they don't get hungry. You would think, I've always got hungry from drinking. I usually want to eat some, or maybe I just eat because I know I need to. So that's a good, before I go to bed, I would want to eat something. So not to go to sleep, just with all the alcohol kicking in, not to have it absorb somehow.
Juskow, heck, that's probably why you're drinking, you're smoking weed and get the munchies.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I was just talking about that on my podcast today. Something is wrong with the weed I'm smoking. Must be a new strain, because I'm going crazy eating, and I haven't been like that in years, and like sugary stuff, which I don't normally eat. I don't know what's happening.
I got donuts for not Lori, for Lois. I'm getting my white girls mixed up. I got her donuts, and Lois was like, "Oh no, I don't eat donuts. I don't eat. Oh, Marina, I'm gonna get the donuts." And I go, "It's my cheat day, so I can eat whatever I want on my cheat day. So go get the donuts." She goes, what kind of donut do you want? I go, "No, it doesn't work like that. You're going to get 3 kinds of donuts." She goes, "You're going to have 3 donuts? You're going to have 3 donuts?" And I go, "Yes. And we're going to try each one of them. You're going to take some and I'm going to take some." And she's like, and then we had them, and she goes, "Oh," she goes, and we went to a restaurant after, and she told the waitress, she goes, "We had 3 donuts today." I go, "If you mention it again." I was like, "It is okay that you had a donut. Trust me, you'll live. You eat, you eat like crazy. What's one donut?"
Yeah.
And these were the best donuts. I mean, I'm talking like,
sure.
how you have donuts where the frosting is kind of icky?
Yeah.
This is like the frosting is natural. You can taste it. You can taste like there was a Nutella donut.
Oh wow, that
Oh,
sounds
I
really
like
good.
that. Well, I just had the vanilla cream filled this morning, which was
Nutella filled donut with chocolate on top.
Oh wow.
That thing was just so. Oh, I was going to say so disgusting. My mouth is watering just thinking about it.
Sam.
Yeah, Juskow, you need weed from Marina's weed man. Yeah, that's right. My weed man is good. DC Benny. I was telling someone, I gave someone my weed, and they were like, I smoked it and I realized I couldn't go into a party afterwards. I was like, I had to think about it.
Well, I forgot to. So I was at Amy Heckling's house yesterday, right? And I mean,
That's
I've met her
right.
before and I've hung out, but we got high before. I got high with her daughter, and then I went in and I was thinking of Sarah's party, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even think, and I was having trouble, but I was trying to keep it together. But it's all like an act that I'm pretending I'm not high, even though no one cares and no one knows. But that is the paranoia of being high.
Oh, yeah. We went to years ago, Evelyn. We went to Sarah's rooftop party, and Dave told me not to smoke. And I was on the elevator with Kathleen. Wait, no,
Diane Keaton.
And she was like behind me, and I wasn't dressed like I was so paranoid about my sandals that I was wearing. And someone even said to me, "You never wear sandals. What are you doing?
Why'd you wear sandals?"
I don't know.
You know why? You know why? Because we're not from California, so I think it's like in our mind we're like, well, it's California. I got to wear something that's sunny and. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I did that.
You never wear that in New York, right?
I did that. And so my friend was like, "You don't wear stuff like, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then Diane Keaton's on the elevator, and I'm not yet high, but I'm nervous. And I'm like realizing this is a big deal, this party. And then I get off the elevator, and there's the guy from, was it John
Hamm?
John Hamm was like,
Oh my
I'm like, oh my
God.
God.
Everyone is there.
I'm walking
Evelyn
into
is-
John Hamm, and I was like, I can't do this. And then I went to the bar and I smoked a little bit. And then Juskow was like, yeah, you're really making a fool of yourself right now.
I was
Like
kidding.
everywhere I went, he would go, you're really high, I think. I think
I
you
was
need
just
to
kidding,
leave or
though.
something. And I was like, I am?
Oh no.
I was just making fun, but I guess I was making it work. I guess I always figure you can handle it because you're so good at getting high, so I don't think about it. But so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I because I know how the pressure is. There's just so many, Evelyn. I mean, it's like you're in comedy, right? It's like our
Yeah.
fucking heroes. I
Wow.
mean, obviously Diane Keaton, but then, as you know, since we've told this story multiple times, you know, Albert Brooks just comes over to talk to me and Marina to ask him if he should get back into stand-up comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm talking to Rob Reiner at one point, and you know,
Wow.
the director of the fucking Princess Bride,
Conan
and
O'Brien.
Larry
Ooh, I'm
David
not
is sitting
good
right
for-
next to him, and I'm like, this I cannot do today. I'm saving that for next time. That's the party it is. It's sick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the party of all
There's no
parties.
exaggeration that this is the place to be. And it's so
Wow.
funny because, you know, it started as my birthday party. on
Yes,
a roof.
it did.
And
That
now
is
it's
funny.
like, it's not like, but it's still part of my birthday party, right? I'm still the co-host, right? Yet no, you're awful.
I think this would be a good time to read some reviews.
Do it. Okay, so this week, this first one comes from Pammy D on Twitter, who responded to a tweet about this week's episode, the most recent episode. And she said, excellent episode. I very much enjoyed the conversation. And then actually last week, I believe it was last week, when you had LaTanya Frett on the podcast, the Global Fund for Women posted about Friends Like Us, calling it an important conversation.
Yes.
Which is really lovely. And then this one comes from Apple Podcasts, which, as a reminder, make sure to leave Friends Like Us review on Apple Podcasts. That way other people can find Friends Like Us. This comes from Maxwell, who says, 5 stars. I listen to every episode. It doesn't matter what race or gender you are. Marina Franklin and her panel put on a great, thoughtful, intelligent, but most of all, funny look at the world and give perspectives and point of views you do not hear anywhere else. So that's what I think for this week.
This is good. Yeah, no, they've been really just the guests have just been coming. They keep inviting I get the PR firms. I guess these are women who listen to the podcast, like me, Black women like myself, who listen to the podcast and find it to be a good one, and they just send me these amazing women.
It's amazing.
And like even this week is like, whew, I mean, this young lady blew me away. I'm going to show you. Well, first I'm going to show you my dancing. Let's just do that for a second. I can't put the sound on because they'll block it. But look at that background. That's on my vacation.
Beautiful.
And aren't you happy I have on different pants? Juskow. Why can't I hear him?
Yeah, why can't I hear him either?
Is it me?
Oh, you did your plug thing.
Oh, was it a problem?
You were
again?
saying something smart too. I could see you saying some
where
bullshit.
was it? I was looking. I was like trying to figure out where it was.
This is in Southold. This is at the lake house.
That's where you were this week?
That was last weekend. That's the trip we took.
You and Lois?
Yeah, me and Lois. And then here is, before we go, I should definitely show you all. Hold on for a second. It's coming. You guys talk amongst yourselves, even though I see Juskow's doing
He's
work.
working.
Here it is. Okay.
It's all right. It's no big deal. It's Saturday. Who needs anything?
How much of my disability can we give you?
Can you hear
and
it?
How much of it can you digest without saying, oh, that's too much. That's too taboo. I don't want to see that. Right? We can eat it up when it's the patient. Right? It's the patient that's going through this, but it's the person that's coming back to take care of the patient or take care of someone else. No, disability is not seen as being able to be a caregiver. That's why women have the role of caregiving, right? And then when a woman, something happens to a woman, what happens when we have breast cancer? We have to have a mastectomy, when we have to have our uterus taken out from us. We instantly don't feel like a woman anymore. We instantly lose our identity. We instantly lose this ability to caregive for someone else. Not because that's what actually happens, but because society says that you no longer matter in the present tense of what we needed you for.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
That's really powerful.
Powerful statement.
Really powerful.
Powerful statement. It's so true. Caregivers. I mean, like for her to be a nurse that is in a wheelchair, imagine, you
Yeah.
know, like, like there's nothing in nursing school or where she's going where they talk about that.
Not at all.
I
Yeah.
don't even, the angle of that I've not heard anywhere.
No, me neither. And they're so like there's just no representation. You were saying this earlier, like there's just no representation of it. Like there are so many medical TV shows out there or like movies or whatever, and there's never like
She was bringing up the one on ABC with the young man who's autistic.
Oh, yeah. I think it's called
yeah.
The Good Doctor.
Yeah,
Good
that's
Doctor.
exactly what it's called.
But
Yeah.
he's verbal, so they're okay with that, is what she was saying.
Right. And it's also like never like they're never really hiring like actors with disabilities to portray those like disabilities. Is always like it just, which I mean, on the one hand, like I think actors, you know, it's acting. You should be able to like, you know,
You
do
should be
certain
able
things.
to, but now they don't care
Right.
anymore. You know, Sarah always talks about that all the time.
But
What?
yeah, she does. I think, well, she's coined like the term Jew face. But like, I think like, but like people with disabilities are actors. Like, why not like let them represent themselves?
Yeah.
TV?
I mean, we talk about this, you know, representation matters. And I would imagine in a hospital, if you were not able to walk anymore, having someone who is like that coming into the room to let you know that your life is not over is probably the most powerful thing that can happen in that moment. And is probably the most
sure.
necessary thing in healthcare that should be there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And to have like, if you can't walk, like having someone who is also like in a wheelchair taking care of you, I'm sure is like really like comforting to know.
I mean, because like I said before, we are all at some point on some level going to be disabled.
Not me.
Strokes, you keep eating like you do.
Oh, you're so right. And
Absolutely.
get this. This is hilarious. Yesterday, I walked out of my house and my neighbor across the hall she had a bunch of luggage. And I was like, "Oh, where are you going?" She goes, "I'm just going to 54th and 3rd." And I'm like, "I'm going to 54th and 3rd." So I said, "Do you want me to carry something for you?" And she goes, "Oh, you don't have to." I'm like, "No, it's my pleasure." So she gave me this really heavy bag and I carried it to 54th and 3rd. And when I was pretending, no, she's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, yeah, don't, it's totally cool. And now my back is totally hurting and my hand keeps shaking from carrying it yesterday.
Oh, you got to work out. You don't work out.
No, so it was really funny because, no, are you kidding me? I do this all the time. And I was like holding it like man, like I wasn't like putting it down or stopping and pretending like it wasn't bothering me.
Oh my God.
It's really embarrassing.
Yeah, that's
Guys
what
are
it
really
is.
dumb.
You got to work out.
I know.
Well,
Well, I just walk and do push-ups. That's about it, though.
Your body you do push-ups? That's shocking.
Yeah, every day I do about 50
That's
push-ups.
shocking.
What are you talking about?
What? I do like push-ups.
What?
Is that
We
bad?
need a video of that.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I
Evidence.
found is that when I was doing them when I first got up, and then it was difficult. But I found when I get out of the shower and
Yeah, do one
muscles
now,
are
Dave.
a little better.
Can we see it? You got the camera on.
I'll take it. I mean, I don't have it. I mean,
Can
I
you
can
do it?
totally do it. I can't put it to the floor, I guess.
You
I'll take it
can't?
for next
You
week.
you just move the chair.
I'll videotape it for next week. I'll get it on
That's
my
not the
phone.
same. I want to see it now.
I guess I could. I don't.
Yeah, you can.
Let's see.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Can you see back here? I guess.
Uh-huh. Yes, we
I
can.
think so. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like if I do it.
Just go see where the floor. Yeah, there it is. Here we go, everyone.
This is thrilling. Yeah.
Thank you, TV. Thank you. Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Now is he going all the way down? Go all the way down and
I know
all the
you
way
go
up.
lower.
Oh snap. Look, we're gonna be responsible for him like having a stroke or something for the first time. It's like
It'll be TV's fault.
just
not
like
our
it's like watching like the Nutty Professor do like
Can't do it if you're gonna make me laugh.
it's
You made me laugh too much.
The Nutty Professor's doing push-ups now.
That's not fair. Nobody could do it if you're gonna say the Nutty Professor.
That was good. That was good. Yay!
Yeah. Well, that's the only exercise I do. Because I have my nurse friend at Columbia told me that was the best form of exercise.
Very good. I'm very proud of you. Now, Sujay says, now do a plank.
I was doing that during COVID.
What, planking?
Yeah, I was doing that and stretching more.
Look,
and then I just
Hectech
stopped.
is like, well, I'll be damned.
Well, I have to do it right out of the shower because, as you can see, that my hair goes like all crazy, and so when I put gel in it, then it all gets like that again. So I have to do it the exact time.
No, thank you, TB. TB says perfection. All right, we gotta get out of here. This was fun. This was a lot of fun today. See, look at you. You're in a different mood. See, we did it.
You two pulled me out of my mood. Thank you.
We did it.
I appreciate it. You guys
Sometimes
are the
it's all
best.
about like connections.
Well, that's why I always want to do the show, because I'm just like, I'm not feeling it today, but I know you guys always put me in a really great mood. Not just you guys, but the chat room too.
Yeah, see? And what a great way. And I'll tell our chat room, our viewers, our listeners, our subscribers, tell them, Dave, what your show is, where it's going to be.
Well, it's the Comedy Cellar, Monday, May 15th, with Marina Franklin, me, Alon, Dan Natterman. I got to get, I guess, 2 other people. And it's supposed to be a make me laugh show where we get an audience member and we put them on stage. And if they don't laugh, they get a prize. So, but I don't know. That's like a lot of the comics don't want to play the game. So I'm not sure how to handle it, but I'll figure it out. Either way, there's going to be a comedy show at 7:35 on May 15th at the Comedy Cellar.
Yes, May
So
15th at the
Otherwise,
Comedy
every
Cellar.
Tuesday night, the Comedy Cellar nightly show will be in studio for the next 3 weeks.
And it's in the bar, right? In the Fat Black bar?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes. And you have somewhere they can follow you?
Well, I guess Instagram at Dave Juskow and Twitter. I guess that's about it.
All right.
Podcast,
Push
Juskow
up
in the City. Always
Push
classic.
up Dave.
And if you join Patreon, then you get the bonus show, which you get lots of photos and stuff from the week, which is very exciting for people. Very exciting. That's where you can see me and Marina dance to the actual music.
Yes. And Evelyn, tell our listeners, viewers, where they can find you and what's up for you next.
Yeah, so right now my next show is on March 24th. I am hosting, May 24th. That is a Wednesday at 9:30 at Caveat in New York City, in the Village. Yeah, so get tickets. They're on Caveat's website. It'll be a great lineup. It's going to be me, Josh Gondelman,
nice.
Allison Leiby. Yeah, Allison Leiby, Max Gross, and Freddie Chanel. Yeah, it'll be really fun. And then you can find me on Twitter at Evelyn G. Frick, and my website, evelynfrick.com.
Tell Josh I said hello. I love Josh.
Well, he's so
I don't know who
nice.
he is. I just like that last name.
He's truly one of the
Compliment.
nicest people.
Why are you
in the
little?
world.
He's been a writer on a lot of shows, and he's very talented, very funny.
Oh, that'll be great,
he's
CJ.
funny.
Look at this. Reservation made. See you there, Juskow.
Really? Wait, really? Is it? They have it all set already?
Yeah, make sure you go to the right show. They're noticing that you're not even out of breath. Heck,
Oh, I'm out of breath.
So, and
I'm
for
not
me,
inhuman.
Marina Franklin, I'm going to be at Dave Juskow's show. That
Yay.
date is, what is that date again?
Monday, May 15th.
May 15th. And
Yeah.
then the following week, that Monday, that's the 22nd.
They do have it. Make them laugh. Oh, interesting. That's a better way to do it.
Nice.
Oh, great. It has
See?
your picture on it already. Well, that's exciting.
My picture's on there?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. They're fast.
they are fast. It
And
says
then
Brian Scott McFadden, but he's not in the show. He canceled.
Oh, he's not?
No, I
And then
hate
the
him.
following week, Monday, I'm also doing an hour there. So in the same room.
You
in the
are?
bar. I am.
I was told that you weren't allowed to. Oh, okay. Just kidding.
Yeah, May 22nd.
Oh, that's exciting. Look at us every Monday.
Yeah.
There's
So
something of,
2
me and
Mondays
Marina.
back to back.
Evelyn's doing her one-person show on Memorial Day weekend. Is that's not Memorial Day Monday that next week? No, there's the one after would be when Evelyn would do her show.
So definitely check us all out. It's been a pleasure being with all of you here today on this rainy day. You made it bright in New York City. Look, Juskow is smiling now. Look at how he turned it all
You totally
around.
cheered me up. Thank you. Yes.
This is
I don't know
what
what
this
was
is
going on.
for. So, and don't forget, most important, make sure you're listening to Friends Like Us. It is in the chat in the description. It has a link for you where you can go and listen and subscribe to Friends Like Us. I cannot say it more than I've said that this month has been some of the best guests. Catch up on all of those episodes because they are incredible. Don't forget to wash your hands. You could still wear a mask if you want to. I still wear a mask because I ride the subway. It's a great option to have.
You got to wear the mask in the subway.
Especially because someone's always just shit their pants. So,
Always.
Always. So it's a great option. And don't forget, Black Lives Matter. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.